As a development director, I'm sure that your emails and news feed is filled with tips and ideas for Giving Tuesday. It's coming up faster than you think. Hi, Joy Olson here, Blockbuster Fundraising, and way back in early September, we started giving Giving Tuesday tips. And right now, I think it's fun to circle back and talk a little bit about Giving Tuesday and the way you're going to set up your campaign. Here's the deal. Here's the question. Because of all the webinars and information that I'm getting, some refer to your crowdfunding campaign and some refer to your peer-to-peer campaign. And I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to take a look at this and really spell out the differences? So that's what the tip today is all about. Are you doing a crowdfunder for Giving Tuesday, or are you doing a peer-to-peer? And what's the difference? And which should you do? A blog that I turn to is written by the CEO and co-founder of Classy.org, and Scott Kism had this to say about crowdfunding. He said that crowdfunding gained mainstream appeal for nonprofits after 2009, and it's been around a long time. In fact, he gave a brief history, and it began in 1884 with Joseph Pulitzer raising money over $100,000 in 6 months towards his newspaper, the New York World. Scott says that after 2009, nonprofits began transitioning from event-based module crowdfunders to purely online modules, which, of course, as we know, is much less costly. And is crowdfunding the same as peer-to-peer fundraising? Actually, peer-to-peer fundraising is a specific type of crowdfunding. Let's take a look. Crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter are what you call single tier because the user sets up a single campaign page and then reaches out to friends and family for contributions. Well, peer-to-peer fundraising is multi-tier because after the user or the organization sets up a campaign page, other individuals can set up their own personal fundraising pages underneath it to share with their friends and family, thereby getting the name peer-to-peer. So this peer-to-peer fundraising can have hundreds or even thousands of people fundraising simultaneously for a single initiative. Hey, that's what we want. We want a peer-to-peer fundraising campaign for Giving Tuesday. Well, as a nonprofit, we know one thing for sure. We want to empower our donors, our supporters, to raise money on our behalf with a specific campaign. That is for sure. Are you ready to get started? As a development director, I would always review my peer-to-peer fundraising tools, and there are so many of them. So I'm going to try to give you a handful of options, and you can research these different peer-to-peer organizations and find out who meets your needs. And then you've got to also remember the power of social media is amazing because you've got a lot of existing social media channels, your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, to run your peer-to-peer campaign. So a lot to think about. So you'll want a robust tool, and there are a lot of them. So research them, and you'll find one that meets your needs, and go for it. Okay, you've selected your tool, whether it's Causes or CrowdRise or First Giving or Classy. You've got your campaign page ready to go. Okay, that's tier number 1. Tier number 2, and this is really important, you've selected a group of some of your volunteers, some of your board members, some of your staff that you can count on to be your solid team. And they will be the leaders of the team fundraising pages. And it's important that you have them involved. All contributions roll to the main campaign page where the total progress of your crowdfunding, your peer-to-peer fundraising project is shown. I'm sure that all of you, whether it's, I know I've certainly participated in individual fundraising pages, just recently ALS, and I'm sure you all have too. Sometimes your peer-to-peer fundraising can be incorporated into offline events, like I just mentioned the ALS walk event, and for example, the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. So this is another very popular way of peer-to-peer fundraising. The takeaway here is that peer-to-peer fundraising is a type of crowdfunding that allows you to empower your donors, your supporters to raise money on your behalf. Historically, this has been the primary method of crowdfunding adopted by nonprofits. It seems a very good move because nonprofit organizations typically have existing supporters and donors who are passionate about their cause and really are willing to fundraise. So this is certainly a perfect time on Giving Tuesday to allow your donors, your supporters to express their personal connection to your cause. So you must get them involved. It's of strategic importance. And Giving Tuesday is a perfect kickoff to the last and final and best month of your year-end fundraising. All right then, let's quickly look at why you should use your peer-to-peer fundraising for Giving Tuesday. And remember too that it is especially popular with your younger donors, your younger supporters. So here are the whys. It lets your donors tell their stories in their own words. They get to individualize the cause and explain why it personally matters to them. Personal fundraising pages provide a great vehicle for expression, which is really the one reason that they have taken hold. Peer-to-peer fundraising provides avenues for social reinforcement. In other words, your donors, especially your younger donors and supporters, love the ability to share their passion for a cause. And they like to share it with their friends and their family. And they love it even more when these actions are reinforced publicly. So social reinforcement is strong terminology these days. Best we listen. Peer-to-peer fundraising also gives individual fundraisers the ability to see how their goals fit into the fundraising goal of the organization. So it really encourages collaboration, and it's really a reason that crowdfunding and peer-to-peer fundraising has been such a success, is that this sense of community exists around the nonprofit project. When you pick your Giving Tuesday or your peer-to-peer platform, you will find that you have the tools to communicate directly with your individual donors throughout the campaign. And this is certainly important because it allows you to update your people immediately. They see progress in real time. And this progress, showing this progress, makes your community that's participating feel like its effort is having an immediate impact. And it also motivates your donors and your supporters to achieve their goals, or possibly even raise them. Network for Good is offering a great webinar. I think it's on Wednesday of this week. I'll find the link and put it below the video. I hope that this has been helpful. This is Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising on our countdown to your Blockbuster fundraising success in 2016. Only 49 days to go. Each and every day will be a little more exciting, and we know it's going to be a great year for you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for having been here. Bye-bye.